Hello, I'm Faith, and welcome back to Faith's Take on Gaming, where I play anything and everything that I find interesting. And welcome to my reaction video to the new FNAF Secret of the Mimic trailer. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I have not watched anybody else's reactions yet. I am a big fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, even though I don't really play the game so much as watch all the theories and watch all the gameplay and all that kind of stuff. You can probably see I even have like a FNAF wall over here with my posters and stuff. I got at Comic-Con last year, all this fun stuff. So I'm a pretty big fan. Not even all my stuff is up, honestly. So I'm really looking forward to this. My predictions for the game would be, based on what we've seen through like Help Wanted 2 and was it Ruin? All the any hints that we have gotten toward the Mimic thus far in the games. I'm not as familiar with the books. I have a lot of the books. I don't have a lot of I have a lot of Fazbear Frights. I don't have a lot of the recent Pizzaplex books. So to me, though, from what we've seen in the games thus far, I really feel like the Mimic stuff is going to be very Halloween focused, like Fall Fest. A lot of the hints we've been getting seem to be the Mimic and the weird elephant lion costumes and stuff that we saw at the end of Ruin, in like that weird ending, that secret ending. All of that kind of hints towards super old, like around 1970 or 70s era, which would be the earliest we've actually seen stuff happen in the franchise. And a lot of it had like, we had like the Fall Fest poster from that era. And now I would actually be extremely excited to get more Fall Fest, because that is one of my favorite like post-Help Wanted things, was that Dreadbear DLC, the Halloween themed DLC. So that to me would be a really, really cool direction to take this, but we'll see. It could just throw us into a 1970s, you know, early animatronic setting when these were mostly costumes and we were just starting to get, you know, Henry and William Afton starting to build this stuff. I don't know. We'll see. They might not have even been partners yet at that point. So we're going to see. I know that Steelwool had said they'd like to do kind of a prequel, in a way, game, like the very origins of like, not even Freddy's, but of like Fazbear's Diner and all that stuff. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm very excited. So let's jump into it. Steelwool. Ooh. Parking lot.
So
Midnight Motorist.
The situation.
Ooh.
One of our
Okay.
contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our
Edwin! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry to pause it already. Even I know. Oh, weird. Look at all, like, that circus dog. A lot of dog stuff. That's weird. Okay. Edwin is the creator of the Mimic in the books. So they are 100% tying this to book characters then. That's crazy. Because a lot of people are always like, are the books canon or not? And again, I think the books were originally for parallel storytelling to answer questions. Now it seems to be very directly involved. So for those that don't know, Edwin was this creator, very Henry-esque. He built animatronics. He built this robot that his son loved, and it like mimicked his son's actions, so it was kind of like a little kid itself. His son ends up dying. The Mimic continues to behave like his son, and Edwin kind of goes crazy missing his son and seeing it reflected in this robot, and he beats the crap out of it, kind of turning the robot not evil, but like violent. It turns violent from mimicking him. So that's why it's called the Mimic. And so it's and that's why it starts doing all these terrible things in the books. So I'm very excited to see. It's not like the William Afton robots that are like, you know, like the sister location ones that were designed to be evil, or the FNAF 1 animatronics where they're just children that have been put into these against their will. It's like, no, this was just meant to, monkey see, monkey do, ape what you did, and he was violent toward it, so it becomes more violent. Sorry, I was just super excited that we're already getting confirmation that it is we're using a direct name that we've only ever seen in the books at this point, so very exciting.
explain the situation.
Yes, please. Why are you hand unit's voice?
Edwin Murray has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse.
Oh, you have to go get it! Oh no, this is just like the books, I think.
Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology.
You're the technicians that have to go get it?
It's a kind of
Ooh.
prototype endoskeleton that can adapt
Ooh.
to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning.
What was that?
So just be aware of the slim button on zero
Yes.
chance that you could sustain significant
Oh,
injuries
cool.
while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to
Oh, her clownness.
we fully expect
Oh,
the
dismemberment.
process to go
Oh, the
smoothly and
wiggliness is like...
But Just in case, we suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving.
Oh, like, write your will, everyone. Those designs are good. Holy crap. Her design is terrifying. Those costumes are fascinating. Oh my gosh, that was the tiger's eyes. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Okay. Oh, yes. I saw this. I knew. The release date I knew. I'm super excited. So, first thing, was that a Music Man-esque thing at the end? What are you? Yes, it is! Is that... That is very Music Man-esque, but with, like, Balloon Boy sort of ears? What is... Yeah, what is that? What are you? Stop. I'm not quick enough. Yeah. Ooh, okay, it kind of has a hat. Yeah, okay. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna scrub through a little bit. Oh my god, that's terrifying. That is so scary. Okay. I'm so effing excited. This is not at all what I thought it was gonna be. That we are playing as a Fazbear's technician, whoever, who has to go get Edwin's stuff that he left, because that is a story in the book. This is directly a story from the Pizzaplex books, I think. I'm pretty sure what it is. Edwin dies, and so they go to get the animatronics that are left. There's several technicians that go, so I think the only difference will probably be you're the only one, would be my guess, unless there are others that get along the way. But you go in, you are searching for the animatronics, for the mimic, specifically, I think, at one point, because they would use it sometimes, or they go on to use it, something like that. And it can, like they said, it can adapt to any costume, it can mimic voices, it can do all these things, so it's going to be hunting us down in these costumes and all that. But I believe her true form is Jackie, this clown figure that you've probably seen on a lot of the marketing and stuff. This elephant, why does it look terrifying? Like, who designed this elephant costume, by the way? Okay, there's phone numbers on the wall. This is not a full phone number. 1-800-083, but there's no, like, last 4 digits. That's weird. Yeah, so the costume, this mushroom, it looks almost like a mushroom mixed with, like, a Shy Guy, just a little bit. That is so good. The eyes are so good. I'm fascinated to see all these different outfits we're gonna get. I'm fascinated to see who this guy is. No. I assume, because it's an animatronic, but it's very simple. Like, it's very almost steampunk-esque. I assume at least this warehouse is from, like, the 70s-ish, where they just had costumes, because they said costumes, not animatronics, right? Is that what they said? Hang on.
You could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including, but not limited to, death or many.
Okay, wait, here, look, it said
Adapt to any costume and become
any
a
costume.
character. We
Yep.
suspect
Okay, so it is costume specifically, he said. So he said it can adapt to costumes, which to me says that while this is Edwin's workshop, which I assume is we're probably in it in the present day, whatever that currently is, or well, oh, that's tough. That's tough because present day in the current FNAF games is like 2030 something with the Pizzaplex. I don't know. I wonder what year this is supposed to take place in. I believe the costumes are from like the 70s. I think these because none of them are recognizable characters. I think that these are costumes that were made before Freddy and his friends were a thing. I feel like the costumes are old. This Edwin's like bunker is more modern and newer. But I don't think it'll be in the 2030s because a lot of the stuff looks a little bit more like steampunk and old, even down to the coloring, than the stuff we've seen in the recent Freddy's games, like in the Pizzaplex and even in Sister Location, because they looked pretty modern as well. So I am fascinated to find out. Okay, so we had up at the roof at some point. Oh, this was it. Okay, I was like, there was something else big I want to talk about. These eyes. Oh, you can tell. Oh, I don't know how well it's coming up on for you guys, but like you can tell that is a white tiger. No, go back. Go back. Go back. Yep. So in the books, the mimic can like take the form or like its brain is in this white tiger animatronic. I know very little details about that, or I recall very little details about that. But the fact that it is definitely in here, they are like quadrupling down on how much of this is based on the books. Like quadrupling down. Because again, a lot of people would be like, oh, is this based on the trilogy of books? Is this based on the Fazbear Frights? And I think a lot of stuff in the games at the time was made to parallel it. Like, we never hear Charlie's name. Charlie in the books doesn't become the puppet, but Charlie in the games did become the puppet. Like, but it was the same, father is the creator, she was the child that passed away. Like, all that mirrored each other. So you had stuff like that. And a lot of stuff like the Stitch Wraith and the idea that multiple kids can be in the same animatronic, like, started with those books, the Fazbear Frights books. But the Pizzaplex books seem to be like, Gregory, GGY, same person. The Mimic, and is created by Edwin, becomes the White Tiger, can fit into anything. And Ruin started showing us that, but this is like name dropping, the blue and green eyes, all these weird costumes that we kind of saw some of in Ruin are like, here's a bunch of them, here's a bunch of weird costumes. I'm so excited now to watch like John FNAF's video about this and kind of see, because I know he knows all the books, and be like, you know, are there even things that I'm missing? Like, is that mushroom costume in the books? Is this, you know, that this, you know, I don't think so. I was gonna say, is this steampunk robot guy in the books? Probably not. He's probably just for this as like either a tutorial, where the heck is it? Either a tutorial character or almost a hand unit type figure. That's the only bone I have to pick with this so far, is that we don't hear Hand Unit's voice, but, because I love Hand Unit, but that would make sense if this is not, because this isn't a Freddy's branded thing, and you're not being told by a Freddy's branded robot to go get these things. You're being told by a human guy, hey, you need to go get this stuff from Edwin's workshop, he's gone. So it makes sense that it's not Hand Unit. I just miss the voice. I think he's a very, very talented voice actor. The voice is very good. And Hand Unit is kind of one of my favorite characters in the Freddyverse. I think the costumes are like 70s, very old. Edwin was a talented animatronic maker. Not to the absolute utter genius level, maybe, of Henry. Because Henry, and even William Afton. Because, like, the sister location bots, right, look all sleek and crazy, and those were all Afton, and those seemed very futuristic, even though they would have been built pre-2020s, I think, at that point. Because it's before the Fazbear Frights fire. So it's like, William and Henry were like always ahead of the curve in terms of animatronic building. They were just always so brilliant about it, Henry most of all. So if these are very impressive, but more steampunk old-fashioned, this is either in the past, like pre-Henry, like Edwin either built these in the past pre-Henry even making stuff, or he's very, very smart, can do a lot of stuff on his own, but he's not Henry levels of smart. So if this is in a maybe not Pizzaplex era setting, but in between, you know what I mean? So this is so exciting. So the van pulls up, but how old is a lot of Edwin's stuff? How long has he been gone? The fan! How long has he been gone? Ooh, how much you want to bet these drawings are by his son? How much you want to bet these drawings are his kids? Okay, so the mushroom's on the table. Maybe the mushroom is in the books, because they're doubling down on this too. Like, look where this look at the mushroom costume. Look at this mushroom character. He's everywhere. But yeah, like, look how old this looks. Look how old this, like, mic is. And these monitors and stuff. Like, this is older tech. Huh. I'm very, very fascinated to see when this is actually supposed to take place, when Edwin started his, like, company started doing this stuff, like, as a contractor when we're going in to get it. I don't like these. The designs are cool. The designs are creepy as they're supposed to be, but it's interesting to see. I did see someone say that they thought they had, like, a FNAF 1 vibe, and I can see that. This is so good. This shot, hang on a minute. This shot is so good. That's so good! Oh, that's so good. I love that. This is very Dreadbear. This is like that walking down the hallway game in the Dreadbear DLC, which was always really cool. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that's so good. And I've always liked, I don't like clowns, but I've liked the clown aesthetic in FNAF. Again, sister location, as you might be able to tell by me having a poster of it right here, if you can, I think you guys can kind of see. One of my absolute favorites. In fact, Circus Baby is one of my favorite characters. My sisters, a couple years ago, even got me this little Lego figure of her. I don't know how well you guys can see that. But that kind of thing. I have a lot of the Lego figures now. A lot of them are Fun Time. But I always really enjoyed the Fun Time animatronics, their aesthetic, the idea in that game. Sister Location always had one of my favorite ideas. That's kind of where I really started to get into FNAF. So this also having a clown aesthetic, even if it was by Edwin, is very fascinating to me. That people pre-William Afton possibly like had this clown idea for animatronic performers. Not that William Afton invented clowns, but you know what I mean. To all of this be in the universe of FNAF is very fascinating. So, I know this wasn't a very intelligent sounding little reaction video because, like I said, well, this shot's really cool. I don't know as much as some other people and FNAF theorists out there about what is currently going on with the books. Eventually I will, but I've enjoyed books in the past. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. Steel Wool always makes incredible FNAF games. The quality, the visuals, it's all so high. And, you know, say what you will, I love the way Scott Cawthon usually takes the stories with us. I think they're really fun. I enjoy the FNAF movie a lot. I am so looking forward to the sequel. I am ready for the 2025 ultimate like FNAF stuff to be happening. We're getting a new movie, we're getting this new game, we're gonna get a ton of theories and stuff out of it. Again, this is kind of a backstory of a part of the FNAF world that we've barely seen so far in the games, because we've only seen it in Ruin. So I am very excited to kind of see what goes on with this. Hope you guys are too. Please leave a comment below if you are also interested in this game and what you think might be going on. And are you going to play it? Are you going to watch Let's Plays of it? If you enjoy my videos, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it helps me get out to more people out there. If you're interested in supporting me in any way as well, down below I have links to my Discord, Twitch, Patreon, and all that good stuff, where I will actually be putting up uncut versions of reactions and reviews like this, both from this channel and my other main channel at Faith's Take. So make sure to check that out as well, and see if any of that interests you. As always, though, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
You got me running in a circle. I'm just trying to find my way back to you.